Last time in the Marvel Universe, we were introduced to the mighty god of thunder, Thor, who was actually a doctor. Or was he a god? Or was he a doctor? Well, who knows? He fought some alien rocks, because of course, even in mythological tales, we gotta have them fighting aliens, because this is early Marvel. Early Marvel's all about aliens and monsters. Return back to Tales to Astonish, this time issue number 35, where we get the return of the Ant-Man. Well, Hank Pym. He shrunk a chair, then he shrunk himself down, and an ant saved his life, I guess, and now he decides, I'm gonna dress up as an ant, I guess. So we'll read his story, his debut, technically speaking, because the other one was kind of a debut, but this one's more official. You know what I mean? Anyway, you'll grasp and amazing at the return of the Ant-Man. Stop, my pets. Obey your leader. The Ant-Man commands you. This is Load In. Return of the Ant-Man, Part 1. Previous issue of this magazine brought you the nightmare story of Henry Pym, a scientist who invented two incredible serums, one to reduce objects and the other to enlarge them back to their natural size. This would be a great boon to mankind, but first I must make sure it works. The reducing potion is taking effect. It's working so fast I can feel myself shrinking. But the potion proved more powerful than Henry Pym had anticipated. It reduced him to the size of an insect, and led him into the most frightening encounter of his life within a teeming ant hill. Frantically, Pym escaped from the ants and reached his enlarging serum. Thank heavens, it's making me grow. After he was restored to normal size, the scientist destroyed his potions. Yeah, that was bad reading of potions, wasn't it? Which he felt were far too dangerous to exist on Earth. However, a week later, so great discovery must not melt to nothingness. I must concoct the serums again. But this time, I will hide them safely away. No one will expect me will ever know of their existence. I'm having trouble reading today, ain't I? Thinking when I'm not having trouble reading. Someday world will be ready for them, but until then they shall remain my secret safe. There is one other important fact worth noting. After his experience in the ant hill, Pym started a growing interest in ants. It's amazing, those insects are able to lift objects 50 times heavier than themselves. Continually, he made a thorough study of the ant world. In each colony there are only a few females, but there are thousands of workers. No, females are called queens, workers are smaller than queens, and are wingless. We know that ants have a sense organs, a nervous system. They detect things by sight, smell, and touch. But nobody knows how ants are actually able to communicate amongst themselves. The more I research, the more convinced I become that ants really do communicate through their antennae. Sorry, people, I'm bad at reading today. I'm sorry. If I discover what their electronic wavelength is, I could tune in and learn more about them. After long months of grueling work, Henry finally found what he's been seeking. This helmet device will enable me to contact the ants, to tune into their wavelength, and actually communicate with them. I have designed a protective costume to wear, which will shield me from accidental ants' sting or bite. Wasn't that swell? However, that same day, the government gave Henry Pym a top-secret scientific assignment and 4 assistants to help him carry it through. Gas make people immune to radioactivity. What those government boys asked for next. Tough one, but they knew if anyone could do it, you could, Pym. 30 weeks later, in a nation on the other side of the world, our information said the American scientists have almost completed the anti-radiation formula. So, then we must notify our agents in the Western Hemisphere at once. Contact is made, orders are given, and then not move or we shoot. We have disposed of your guards and disconnected your warning alarm. You are our prisoners. I do not see Pym. He must be in his office. Ah, there he is. We want the anti-radiation formula. You will get nothing from me. They will get it from one of your assistants. No, each of them only worked on a part of the formula. I am the one who knows it all, and I should never tell. Bah! We are wasting time. We will search the laboratory and find the information ourselves. When we are finished, we will blow this place up. It'll look like him and his men had an accident. They posted a guard in front of my door, and there's another outside, so I can't escape by the window either. I'm mostly trapped in my lab. But wait, there is a way to stop them. It's a fantastic plan. but it has to work. If it fails, the commies will have anti-radiation gas, which will put them miles ahead of us in the Cold War. But they'll be stopped by a mere rubber band and some thread, among other things. I'll just set this ashtray on the floor and stretch the rubber bands on it, so now it's time to use another formula of mine. Most potent, sorry, I don't want that word. I had a brain fart on that word. Potent serum developed by man. A serum that can reduce a man to the size of an insect. It's working! Alas, I'm no bigger than an ant, now to do what must be done. When I was a child, I went to lots of thrilling rides and amusement parks, but this would be any of them. Whoosh! Made it. The crack is small, but not too small for an ant-sized human to fit through. Guess what? The thread reaches right down to the ground. There's my destination, the ant hill. Part 2. An army of ants. Must be careful. I don't want the ants to see me yet. Wait, I feel vibrations against my helmet. Vibrations, just as I expected. The ants' antennas do give out electronic impulses. That's how they communicate with each other. But suddenly, they're turning around. They're coming this way. But how did they? Oh no, I forgot. I forgot they have a highly developed sense of smell. They're able to detect any alien creature near them. They hate intruders. They'll kill me unless I switch on my helmet. I give out my own electronic impulses. Cybernetic helmet built for communication between man and insect. Antenna. Shell houses miniature electronic equipment. Transmitter sends impulses from wear of an ant's frequencies. To a metric computer that changes incoming and outgoing signals into intelligible meanings. Receiver. Open vibrations from ant's antenna. I got it on. Full power. It's working! My wavelength is stronger than theirs. They're stopping. They're afraid of me. All of them except him. He's the largest of the worker ant. He's attacking. Note, in ant colonies, the larger workers do the fighting, food gathering, and exploring. Small workers carry forage, build, and tend the young. An instant later, the powerful insect strikes. But to his surprise, Herman becomes able to lift his large adversary into the air. Problem with these. It's incredible. But there's only one possible explanation. When I took the reducing serum, this time I diminished my size, but not my strength. So the strength of a full-grown man. Here comes the same worker again. Looks like he's going to set to bite me. Getting set to bite me. Faster the Ant-Man is, the enraged insect is even faster. Ow! But the colorful costume Henry Pym's design serves its purpose well. Its closely woven fine steel mesh protects his human skin from the ant's razor-sharp mandibles, and then... Now, note the Ant-Man costume is made of steel. There's a lot of explanations in this comic, isn't there? Steel mesh consisting of unstable molecules which stretch and contract as his own body does. When Judah blows all it will take to stop him. Next, I go find a way to get to the rest of these ants out here and into my laboratory. Turn up my electronic impulses again. This got really hard. My thoughts must be clearly transmitted to this midget army. It's working. They're crawling out all the chambers. No sooner does Henry Pym exit from the anthill. A beetle! From down here, he's the size of a dinosaur. He's been attracted by my colorful costume. Using the full-size strength which he has retained in a tiny human, he's able to dig a deep hole in a mere second. Himself as bait, the Ant-Man lures his foe near the hole, where he's attacking, but I maneuvered him so that the sunlight is glaring in his eyes. Now duck at the right second. I beat him. Now just flip up the hole, and by the time the beetle can dig his way out, I'll be long gone. Continuing this fantastic plan, Henry Pym mounts one of the largest worker ants. Say, don't be afraid, I shall not hurt you. Climb up the wall for me. It is much too steep to scale, but you can do it easy. Heed me, the rest of you, follow us. My citizens are still helplessly tied up. Yeah, I almost gathered all the notes about the anti-radiation gas. Soon we'll be ready to leave, and when we do, we'll blow up the laboratory behind us. Everyone will think the Americans had an unfortunate accident. Mustn't tie Tom and the others and put the spies' guns out of action. Tom, it's me, Henry Pym. I'm going to help you. Useless. He can't hear me. Voice is too low. Even if I screamed, it wouldn't be audible to him. Well, no matter. I'll soon have him untied. But as the Ant-Man climbs over his assistant's hands, the larger man reacts the way anyone might. The sensation of a crawling insect. No, don't shake me off. Don't. Falling helplessly, the Ant-Man frantically turns on his transmitter and sends the urgent call for the help to the insect's followers, who gather and form a living net to cushion his fall. Just in time. Again, Henry Pym attempts to untie the system, bound with the help of his new allies. This time he succeeds. Now it's our turn to strike back. Part 3. The Ant-Man's Revenge. One by one, Harry Pym frees his assistants, but yet, the tiny human's task is only half done. My men still can't attack spies while they're so well armed. I must communicate with the ants again. I must make them understand what they are to do. Months later, some more worker ants crawl over to one of the spies. At the electric signal from their new master, the workers attack, butting and sting their human victim. Yay! Harry Pym signals a swarm of honey ants to plug a barrel of the fallen gun. To plug up with honey. My gun is jammed. It will not fire. Suddenly, there's another shriek. Ants! They're all over me. Hundreds of them. Where do they come from? How? Help! Get them off me! I can't stand them! I don't know what's going on, but some of my ropes got loose. Mine too, and since those murderous Reds are without guns now, let's get 'em. Guess the boys can handle things from now on. I'd better get back on my office before they search for me. That's it now. Carry me down to the floor. A moment later, look, irritate my full strength, or I might not be able to push this test tube over. All that's required is one dip in the re-enlarging serum, and there, I'm my normal size again. Head Berger and the others now. Ha, I thought their weapons they were a pushover. You know, for security, they're sending some officers over. We're fortunate it turned out all right. It could have been big trouble not only for us, but for the entire free world. It's over now. The danger has ended for now, and my secret's still safe. But I wonder, will I be forced to become the Ant-Man again? Yes, Graham, you will, sooner than you think. But we will save that story for the next issue of Tales to Astonish. The end. Oh, here's the next Tales to Astonish. It looks like it has Ant-Man in it again. Let's go back to 35. So yeah, that's the first appearance of Ant-Man, technically speaking. Last time was the first appearance of Henry Pym. His first appearance of him as Ant-Man. Hope you enjoyed this. The next issue, I'm not sure what we're doing, but you'll see whenever I upload it next. We Thor again, even though we just did Thor. Could be Fantastic Four again. I think it's Fantastic Four again, probably. Yeah, so probably Fantastic Four again. So we see you in the next issue of Fantastic Four, most likely. I don't see why it wouldn't be them. So thank you for watching.